Hey guys, what's up and welcome to another video. Hi, yes, I did color my hair. It is very different. It is darker. It has a little bit of a copper slash reddish tint to it, and I am obsessed with it right now. I love it. I just did it the other day, but today is not about my hair. Today we're going to be talking about my May favorites. Okay, I have not seen one of these videos in forever. Back in I want to say 2014 to 2018, YouTubers all the time would sit down, at least the YouTubers that I followed, would sit down and do monthly, these are my favorites for the month. This is what I absolutely loved, what I've used, what I have listened to, what I've read, all of the things. And I have been wanting to sit down to do one of these, but I've honestly been a little bit nervous because it hasn't been done in a very long time, at least that I have seen. But I'm excited to do it. So let's talk about my May favorites. So first things first, if you do not follow me on my Instagram, I have been talking non-stop about books. About a month ago, so in the month of May, at the very beginning, maybe end of April, I started reading Twilight. And then after Twilight, I was like, I don't know what to read. I'm kind of on this reading kick. I finished Twilight within a week. It was so good. And my sister recommended that I read ACOTAR. So a part of this month's May favorites is the ACOTAR series. Went and bought the ACOTAR series right after I finished them because I was just absolutely in love with the book. And this is the Night Court edition of A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I love it. I can't believe it. And it's almost like an enemies to lovers, but then it gets really enemies to lovers, and then it's like kind of calm. Not calm. I wouldn't say this book is calm because it's about a war, but it is very good. It is definitely my 5-star read, and I've read about 5 books in the month of May. Next favorite book that I read, technically this is a end of May / June read, but it's one of my favorites, is Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers. Let me just tell you, this book is so good. So basically, what this book is about is there is a young man named Michael Hosea. This takes place during the gold rush, the Oregon Trail, all that stuff. So think of saloons and westerns and stuff like that. So it takes place during that time. And Michael Hosea catches a glimpse of this young woman across the street and is like, oh my goodness, she's beautiful. Who is that person? And he has no idea. She's walking with a bodyguard, and he thinks that that is her husband. When he hears God tell him, that is your wife, you're going to marry her. And he's like, what? And he tells his friend, he's like, I'm going to marry that woman. And his friend is like, ha, she's literally a prostitute. You're not going to marry her. So the whole entire book is essentially about him and her and their dynamics and her struggles with her past of being sold into prostitution at the age of 8 years old, and the abuse that followed with that, and just her relationship with her father and mother and all those things. And ultimately, the entire book is about how Michael Hosea's deep and ever pursuing love shows Angel, who's her name, Angel, who God is and the love that God has for her, despite her past and anything else. And so it is a beautiful story. I found myself crying multiple times. Unfortunately, this isn't my copy. This is my sister's. So I wasn't able to make highlights or sticky notes or anything, but I'm going to buy my own book. And there's going to be highlighted pages. There's going to be tabs, all the things. Okay, next we are going to dive into music. So what I've been listening to on repeat is Arms by Christina Perri and Jar of Hearts by Christina Perri. And you may be asking yourself, Abigail, why are you like so sad right now, because those are kind of sad songs to listen to, especially Jar of Hearts. But after I finished the whole ACOTAR series, decided, I don't know why, I just randomly decided to listen to the two songs that I used to listen to when I was like in elementary school slash middle school. And those two songs reminded me so much of Feyre's relationship with Tamlin and Feyre's relationship with the other guy, which I'm not going to say because I don't want to spoil it, but you'll see. So I've just been listening to those on repeat, and I've been absolutely loving them. And then I've also been listening to the Twilight Best Songs list by Maddie. She literally just compiled a playlist of like every single song that is found in every single Twilight film, and I've just had those on repeat in the car. It's been a really, really rainy season here in Kentucky right now, and so I have just been obsessed with listening to that series or that playlist while it's raining, and it's just, I want to sprinkle this one in here just real quick. There are two of my favorite YouTubers that I literally have been dropping everything to sit down and watch their videos. Number one, it is the English Rose Cottage. I have been absolutely loving. She does all homemaking cottagecore type videos. She is a mom in England or in the UK of, I believe, 3 kids. She's just absolutely gorgeous woman. She has so much wisdom, so much patience. Her voice is just lovely to listen to. I've absolutely been loving her. So go and follow her, subscribe, do all the things. The second one is Carrie Can Read. I recently got introduced to her because I forget what it was. I was looking up, oh shoot, what is it? Was it Haley Pham? I don't know. It might have been Haley Pham, but some other YouTuber mentioned her when talking about the ACOTAR series. And so I went over after I finished the books and watched her, like, they're like 2 hours long. Like, they're super long, but they describe the entire plot and characters and everything in such a comedic and entertaining way that I literally sat there and watched it like 2 or 3 times because I was like, this is just like funny and fun to watch. So I've been loving her videos. She does like all her videos are related to books she's read, books that she loves, she doesn't love, all of the things. So if you are into kind of those bookish things, then go and definitely subscribe to her. So I've been loving her. And then another one is Haley Pham. Like I said, because of all this bookish stuff going on in my life right now, I've been paying more attention to more of Bookstagram, Book Talk, and what is it called? BookTube as well. So been loving them. I think they're amazing and great. Now let's talk TV shows. What have been my favorite TV shows of May? First, let's start off strong. The Summer I Turned Pretty. I think my sister recommended that I read the books, or no, watch the TV show a few years ago, like when it first came out. But I was really hesitant because I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be really cringy. I'm not going to like it, all the things. So it took me 2 years to actually watch the series. But I've just been obsessed with the series. I literally binge watched the 2 seasons, and I'm so excited for the 3rd season to come out. I'm trying to read all the books before the show comes out, so I'm just like prepared. So I watched Summer Turned Pretty, and something else I've been obsessed with recently is watching Little House on the Prairie. I used to watch that all the time growing up as a kid, and it's just a fun and wholesome show to come back to, and it's something that like I don't mind having on while Gentry David is around. Okay, now we enter the makeup and hair and skincare portion of this video. I've been recently obsessed with finding out your color palette and also your Kibbe body type, which if you don't know what that is, I was introduced to that a few years ago. But your Kibbe body type, there are a lot. I want to say there's 7 or 8 different body types, and it just helps you figure out what clothes look best on you, like what types of fitting of clothes look best on you. And I believe I am a soft natural, and I'll kind of show you a picture of what that looks like. And then I'm also an autumn. Now, before I colored my hair, I was a soft slash warm autumn, I believe, was more soft than warm autumn. But now that I've colored my hair, I think I'm more of a deep autumn, so more darker autumn colors. The next thing I've been using is the Lash Princessa mascara by Essence. It's in dark brown, which I love. The only issue I do have is it does flake a little bit, so I'm a little sad about that. But I do love it. I think it's really awesome. I think it makes my eyelashes look very voluminous and long. So it's been one of my favorites. But then I've also been obsessed with a multi-use cream stick. This is what I use for my blush and my lips. This is the color Peony Rose. Again, one of my autumn colors is like rosy colors and what was it? Peachy, warm peachy colors, all that stuff. So Peony Rose. This is from MCO Beauty. I got it at Kroger. For hair, I have been sticking with the same shampoo, which I love. Typically, I don't. I just go with whatever. But I have been loving Pure Zero shampoo and conditioner. This is when it says Pure Zero, it means like there's no crap in it. There's clean ingredients. I wouldn't say it's entirely 100% clean, but it is cleaner than most shampoo and conditioners that I have tried. There's the moisturizing one, biotin one, tea tree one. I think there's also a color safe one. But I just bought these ones because when I knew I was getting my hair dyed, and when you dye your hair, it typically detracts the moisture from it. So that's why I got these. But these have been my favorite. Now let's talk about food. I only have one thing in this category, and it is my Just Ingredients vanilla bean protein powder. Recently, since being on kind of like a health kick, well, I shouldn't say health kick, but just making sure that I'm staying with my calorie deficit and getting enough protein and all these things, I have been incorporating more protein powder into the different things that I eat, and also incorporating protein powder just either in my drinks or pancakes or in my coffees or whatever. I love this stuff. It tastes really good. It's really smooth. I think this is about 55 or 60 bucks. So it's kind of pricier. But I want to say that this has lasted me over a month and a half or so. I did buy a chocolate one as well, and then I bought like a sample pack of like 5 different flavors, something like that. So I have been absolutely loving this, devouring it. So good. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I know that it was a long one, but I hope that maybe some of these things you feel encouraged about. Maybe you're like, oh, I'm going to go try that, or listen to this, or whatever it is. I just hope you feel encouraged by it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.